everyone, it's Matt, and today I'm going to be everything. Or, to put it more accurately, I'm going to be playing a game called Everything. It's actually less of a game and more of an interactive experience in which you can take control of pretty much anything, any living creature, any inanimate object you see. And you can also see what various things are thinking, or what they would be thinking if they had a mind. And I found that it's very relaxing and kind of mesmerizing to play. So I'm hoping that you'll enjoy watching it. I'm just going to experiment with whatever I find here, and I'll give you my commentary as I do. Here we go. So, we are gonna start with the simple goat. Let's call this goat Timothy. And most of the animals in this game are a bit strange in that they don't walk, as you may be able to tell from the background there. They roll in 90-degree segments. And now I'm not too certain why this is the case, but I imagine it is so they wouldn't have to program different walking animations for all the different animals. Because there are quite a few animals in this game, and that would take quite a while. So we're just strolling along through the desert as this goat named Timothy. And it's a nice, beautiful night in the desert. And so what I can do is I can hold down one of the triggers on my controller and see what else I can be. So the right trigger will let you change into nearby things that are larger than you, or classified as larger than you. And the left trigger will let you do things that are smaller, or descend down to a lower level. So right now, from where I am, I only have the descend option. And though this camel is bigger than I am, it doesn't seem to want to let me become it. I guess it classifies it as something I can't become right now. And I'm not sure of how the limitations work, but it is what it is. At some point I'll be able to be a camel. But as we can see, there is this thought bubble here. And the thought bubbles represent objects or creatures that are thinking. So if I roll on over, and I'll speed it up, to that camel, I can see what it's thinking. Let's see. I don't know if I can tell you this, but camels don't even call each other camels. We call each other music note. But since you probably can't pronounce music note, it's okay to call us camels. Well, I'll keep calling you camel, buddy. So we are going to keep rolling. And this rock over here, this giant boulder, looks like it just jiggled. They do have minds of their own, these rocks. But let's see what's over here. It's another camel. The sun just burns me alive, and the moon stares deep into my aching skin. That sounds like a depressed camel if I've ever seen one. And let's see what this target is over here. If I'm not mistaken, the targets introduce new gameplay mechanics that you've not seen yet. Or actually, I'm sorry, they do not. They actually are recordings of Alan Watts' lectures, and I'm not going to play it because I don't have the audio on in this video. But they kind of add to the atmosphere of this game and the whole existential pondering that goes on. So now that I've played a bit as this here goat, Timothy, I'm going to see what else I can be. So I don't quite want to descend yet, but I'm going to do that anyway. So now, as you can see, I am this little beetle running around near the grass and the pebbles. And one interesting thing you can do is you can recruit other animals of the same type or other objects of the same type to join you. And you can control several at once, and you can actually get pretty large packs of objects or animals by doing this, which is interesting. Got these guys over here, and if I click the stick in, I can talk to them. You can't really hear it. They just make weird animal sounds, but they'll kind of react in their own way, depending on what you're talking to. So over here we have a spider. Can we become the spider? Yeah. Spiders aren't so scary if you are the spider. It's kind of just hopping around. Oh, I'm actually a tarantula. That's a large spider. So while I'm at it, let's see what this plant is. Now I bet you're wondering, as a plant, how do you move around? Well, you grow in different places, like so. I am a pearl of Nuremberg. I've not yet found that, so it's added to my plant list. And there's a scorpion over here, but let's see what this thing is thinking. That looks like a centipede or a millipede. Sure, I didn't get to choose my parents, but I can choose what kind of child I'll be to them, and I choose to be completely absent. Well, okay. Can I be him? I'm gonna be absent. Here we go. Yeah. I'm a centipede. I'm a completely absent centipede, guys. Okay. I only ever dream about being myself and other emperor scorpions, and sometimes other arachnids. I know there's other things out there, but I can't dream as them. Maybe you can? I don't know. Have you ever dreamed as another animal? Or other thing? I don't think I have. But let's see what it's like to be a scorpion, or a pair of scorpions. I'm going to run around the spider. That's the emperor scorpion in the arachnid category. Let's see what this grass here is thinking. I don't know if I'll make it past the summer. My food has been running out and it has been just too much for me. Well, I hope you make it through the summer there. That is dead grass. He might not make it. And what is this over here? Oh, I think this might be a new game mechanic. I was confusing this symbol with the target. Or maybe not. Long before Emperor Scorpions were around, far back through time, all arachnids were the same thing. A something that spread into every arachnid everywhere. A something all arachnids still share here and now. You may find you aren't just Emperor Scorpion, but every arachnid in existence, an expression of this great pattern known as arachnids. Everything secretly knows this, and you know it too. Join some things of the same category. Switch flock mode by holding left on the D-pad. Okay, so I guess there's a new mode I just unlocked where I can be two of the same animal, but I can also be animals that are kind of similar. Like so. I can switch between the two, I guess. So now I can be scorpions and tarantulas. Let's get this guy to join us. That's a rather large tarantula. Let's see what the centipede is thinking. This feels warm for a summer afternoon, but I'm not complaining. And then what about the dead grass? Anything new from them? I was bored yesterday for half a second, and I felt great after it. I would love to be bored all the time. Only a few things get to be bored. Huh. Dark summer nights are probably my favorite. I just like to watch the sky. I do like to watch the sky sometimes. And so let's be something else. Something a little smaller. A black ant. So I'm a teeny tiny little ant hopping around. Now we got a pack of ants here. All running around. Now, what is this? Some sort of shell. I can roll around. Looks a little wonky, but that's okay. I'm a white cup shell, headed under the shell category. The spider looks rather large as a shell. So, now that we've seen a bunch of this level, let's descend down to the next one. So now, we are these little particles, I'm not sure what to call them, just floating around. And I can switch between them, of course. And let's see what this thing is called. I can get a pack of them, yeah. We'll all float around like this. I'm sunflower pollen, from the pollen category, of course. Just floating around. It's kind of hard to see where I am here, but there seems to be a lot of pollen and otherwise similar stuff going on here. Let's see what this is. Now, these are some very tiny organisms, that's for sure. Let's get a pack of them going. Huh. They almost look like little squids. I am Streptomyces. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. But I am now a bunch of bacterium. It's getting pretty tiny over here. These look like pebbles or seeds floating around. Let's see what this guy's thinking. You made it. Welcome to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. And what else is over here? Oh, it's a sand grain. Welcome to the sand grain. So we're all just floating around here. I'm okay, okay? I need you so I know I'm still alive. Good to know. So let's see. Can we go down even further? I guess I gotta find a place to descend. Can't quite do that yet. Let's look around. Let's see what this thing is thinking first. This is stupid. I'm just a blob of particle-esque fluff and nothing else. Are you really, though? Sand grains are not fluffy, they're hard. So I don't think he's right. Or she, I don't know which one it is. Do sand grains have a gender? The world may never know. Let's see if we can find a place to descend. I'm not sure what the criteria are for finding places to ascend or descend. What is this? Huh. Maybe some sort of seaweed? I don't know. You're beautiful. Why, thank you, seed. I think that's a seed. I'm hair. I'm hair. Well, I wasn't expecting that. So these little guys. This guy's thinking, go ahead and pretend like I'm food. Maybe I will. No, I'm gonna be you. Oh, well that's neat. Let's get a bunch of us together. Corine bacterium, Treponema pallidum, and of course, apologies if I'm pronouncing not exactly a pro about bacteria types and so on. What is over here? Wood splinter, hair. Let's go to the wood splinter. Look at me, I'm wood. And what is this? As you experience all of the universe's things, each thing also experiences you. Things leave their mark on you as you leave your mark on things. And somewhere inside you is an impression of everything you've ever been, a great memory of things you can revisit any time and feel what it's like to be them again. You are always free to transform yourself into anything. I can now transform into something I've already been. Well, that's nice. Oh, there's all these different options. Okay. So maybe I can use this to descend if I want. Let's look around though. So what is that? I don't know. It's gonna pop up and tell me. I'm a carbon. Under the atom category. And now I can descend. Here we go. What's even further down? Well, this is even further down, and it is very, very mesmerizing. I'm a spherized structure under the 3D structure category. So 3D structures are basically subatomic particles, I think. And I can, of course, switch between the different types. I don't know if these are based on science or what they are, but they're quite interesting. And the effect you get on this screen here is very mesmerizing. So let's switch to another type of 3D structure. Okay, so I've transformed into this thing. I forgot what it's called, of course. It's not a very common thing you see in everyday life, as far as I'm aware. So let's see if we can get to this thought bubble. The world kind of stretches out if you try going quickly. I'm not even sure if I'm going quickly when this happens. It just looks very weird. I don't seem to be getting much closer. Maybe very far away. Let's see. Can I get closer? I'm getting closer. I think we're almost there. I'm going to go to the spherized structure. Since it's a little larger, I can make better time. Well, now the thought bubble's up here, so I guess it gave up on thinking. But I think... What? What I think, but I think you think what you think, what I think, but I think you think what you think, what I think, but I think you. I've noticed that at the lower levels here, like 3D, there are very strange thoughts going on that don't make much sense, which I guess is fitting. What else can it be? This is quite the complicated structure. And it is called... Waiting for it to pop up. It normally tells me what I am by now, I think. But, irregular nested structure. Like I said, it gets very strange down here. this rock. Let's get ourselves an army of rocks. Oh, they're not rocks, they're dirt chunks. Look at all these dirt chunks. So here's something interesting you can do. I'm trying to remember what button it is. So that's not the interesting thing to do, but let me get us all back together. There it is, okay. So whenever you're a group of 2 or more objects or animals, you can dance. And when you dance, you can reproduce. So I can hit A and create a new rock, and then when that circle at the top fills up again, I can hit A and make another rock, and keep doing this forever until I have as many rocks as I want, or any other object or animal. In the dances, you can actually change them up and make them do different styles, and they kind of vary depending on the object you're doing, or playing as, which is kind of interesting. So now, I'm going to go over here. Well, let's look up here. What is this? It's a new plant. It's quite slow, as many of the plants are. It's a rumex. Now what I want to do is I want to be this frog or this toad. He doesn't quite hop around, he's very stiff, which is strange, but it is what it is. I'm a green frog. What's this cricket thinking? I have a job to do, even though it may not look like that to you, but I have to be here to do this. You have a job too, Matt. That's my name. Now get back to your job and leave me alone. Well, get back to your job then. And what about the caterpillar? It's almost like a train, just smoothly driving around. Let's get the caterpillar gang going. Here we go. Alright, we're going to keep ascending if we can. Let's get some larger objects going. Like the rough grass. Let's go, grass. What's this plant thinking? Oh, that's a pebble. For a short pebble, I'm pretty resilient to the sun. I hardly feel it. I wouldn't want to be a rough grass, though. I guess you don't want to be me, huh? I see how it is. What about this? This rock. Where did I come from? I have no idea. A bunch of other limestone pebbles threw me in the back of a van and left me here. I believe it. What is this? That's kind of pretty. Dandelion. That's right. Okay, let's ascend. So now I'm this larger grass or plant. Can I become a moose? Not yet. Let's wait for it to tell me what I am, and then I may be able to. Grass clump. Here we go. No? Can't be a moose yet. Okay. What about this? Is that some sort of palm tree, maybe? It looks like one. I can join the other palm trees. Bismarck palm. And what animal is this? Not too certain. Rocky Mountain elk. I've been trying to figure out why I feel so different from day to day, and I'm not sure how much of it is me changing or the world changing, or, and if it's both, how much of it I should be responsible for. Alright. What about this guy? Okay, so you avoid pleasure and all material attachments. You want a medal for it? Well, in fact, I do. But what I really want to do is become something else. It's reminding me that I can sing by pushing R3, which I would do more of, but you can't really hear it. So, let's get ourselves a big old pack of trees. That's a lot of trees. Now that I can get types that are similar but not the same, I can make myself a giant pack of trees. That's pretty neat. Live in it, I think, but since you think what? I don't know what that means or why that just popped up there. I've never seen words pop up like that. That's interesting. I wonder if there's other bunches of palm lilies around here. I love these palm lilies, but you kind of get used to hearing the same stuff over and over. Maybe they can join me. I want to be a whole forest. That's what I want to be. My parents keep telling me to grow up, but I don't know how to grow any faster. I'm trying. I like to imagine that was sung because of the music note. Okay, what is this? Just gonna slide around. Whee! I'm a layered rock. I've seen bigger rocks and smaller rocks, but I like being the size I am. I wouldn't mind a nice jacket though. Okay, so can we find anything bigger? Let's see. I could have sworn this was just another layered rock, but I guess not. It's a different type of rock. There are lots of different types of rocks I can find, it seems. A white rock medium. Huh. Let's get all these rocks going. It's gonna be a rock party. So many rocks. Let's see how many rocks I can find. Look at all these rocks everywhere. This is awesome. Come on, rocks. Let's go. I'm a huge rock now. Look at that rock. It's huge. Just by being here, I permeate the entire universe. You too, I suppose, maybe a little. But let's be real, not as much as me. Buddy, you're a single rock. I'm a whole army of rocks. Come on. Get with the picture. Join the army. Here we go. It's the rock army, and they're all coming to join. What's our mission? I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're the rock army. We do what we want. So many rocks. Just rolling along, rolling along. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Alright. So I think it's time to find some bigger stuff. Or maybe stuff in a different biome if I can get to one. I'll see what we can do. Did feelings ever invent anything? Feelings are dumb. Straight and to the point, huh? Let's become a redwood tree. That's a bit larger. How about a bunch of redwood trees and other trees? They're all loving each other right now. Seems to be a new mechanic over here. Let's find out what it is. Hi, Matt. I was wondering where you'd got to. By now you've been able to see a lot here, but not everything. When you first arrived here, there was a golden object in front of you. Do you remember it? In fact, I do. It might feel distant now, but it's still there. This is a gate, made by things you weren't able to see how you see. Many things entered it, but weren't able to come back out, so we kept it locked. I'm going to open it for you, but it's up to you if you want to enter. Good luck, and take care. So I can return to where I began and descend into the Golden Gate. I'm not too certain where that is, to be honest. Anyway, what else can I do? Let's roam around here. I used to be a burned tree, and sometimes I miss it. I know what it feels like. I I would not want to be a burned tree. Thank you very much. How about a pom-pom pine? Let's ascend. Here we go. So now I am this landmass, this island. I can roam around, shifting like millions of years of history going by. And apologies if that message at the bottom is a bit annoying. I don't think it's going away anytime soon until I find the Golden Gate, which is not my current plan. How about I become a cloud? Oh, that's not a cloud, that's just another landmass. The clouds do look pretty neat though. And I've noticed that time moves faster the larger you are. So I can't become the clouds yet, but I can become this mountainous continent. I'm a city continent, not mountainous. I see all the lights. Nice. Okay. What about this? Is this a lighthouse? I think it is. I've given up trying to prove I exist. And let me tell you, it's a huge waste of time. The proof will be gone soon enough and fade away from meaning for the next generation. All I have is myself. Huh. Well, let's ascend even more. So now I am planet Earth, floating around in space. Yep, that's about it. Seem to have the moon orbiting around me. So what I can do is I can become the sun. Here I am, the sun. Floating around in space, getting too close to other planets for their comfort. Like any good sun would do. Maybe not. And what else? Anything else I can become over here? I'm sure there is. But what I'm going to do is ascend even more. So now, seem to be an entire galaxy or solar system just floating around. Can I get others to join me? Yes, I can. Excellent. Come on, pals, let's go. Let's float on through the universe. Apologies if you can hear the fans on my computer revving up. I guess the galaxies are a bit more intensive to render than a lot of the other objects. Let's see what this one is thinking. I'll let you in on the secret. Matt, this is all you. All of it. Everything is contained within itself. A great force expressing versions of itself, all the way down and all the way up. There is no this, and there is no that. Good to know. So what happens if I ascend even more? That's right. 3D world, like before. So 3D world is basically like the connector in a loop that merges small things and big things. I'm not sure what that is, but you can kind of just go in a circle if you play long enough. So let's see if we can get out of the 3D world and move on up to tiny little particles again. Except as you can see from the blurry background, we're somewhere completely different right now. So let's see where we can go. Let's be this thing. Is that a piece of corn? It looks like a corn kernel. Popcorn kernel, maybe. showing up with these seeds. I'm corn kernel and sunflower seed. Nice. So let's go up some more. Well, I'm a match. 2 used matches, like little drumsticks rolling around. There's also a bunch of cigarette butts here. This place is a little polluted, as you might imagine. Morning, but let's be gone soon enough, and other music note. But since you can, yes, I agree. So, I feel like, actually, let's see. Can I get over here? Am I stuck? I think I got stuck in this crack. That's unfortunate. Let's be something that won't get stuck in a crack. You know, I said let's be something that's not going to get stuck in a crack, but I became something that is, well, it looked like it was stuck in a crack, but it's not. That's okay. What is this cigarette butt thinking? What's happening in your world? I hope you find love. There's nothing else that matters as much. Thank you, cigarette butt. What profound advice. I don't know what to think. I suppose I know that I don't know what to think, but that's all I know that I don't know. Thank you, penny. Let's become the penny. Let's become these coins. I'm gonna be rich. Here we go. It's another lecture I'll skip over. What is this? A little rock? A pebble? Maybe? Asphalt. Bits of asphalt. Huh. And some sort of tin can. Maybe cat food. Hey everyone, I'm cat food. Oh, can of tuna. Very nice. I'm a can of tuna. What about a pill bottle? Can I become the pill bottle? No. Or the key? Oh, I can, yes. So there's nothing to read on there, but I am now a pill bottle. Oh. Pill container, that is. What is that? There's some sort of insect stuck in the trench. Okay. I'm a roach. Yeah, it's a cockroach. Let's become the can of tuna again. Let's see what this grass is thinking. I haven't known anything but spring, but I've heard stories about the other seasons and what they're like. Let's ascend and see what this city looks like. Well, I'm now at checkers table. Everything is just loaded in around me. I'm going to roll around. Very nice. I've always wanted to be, a chess table, I'm sorry. I've always wanted to be a chess table all my life. Gonna get all these chairs and tables and umbrellas to go with me? Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna run around to the street. Run out into the street. Let's stop this taxi. Will it stop? I'm just gonna run right through us. Okay. Oh well. What about this? A yield sign. Very nice. Maybe I shouldn't be moving myself. Maybe I'm an important sign. I'll just place myself right here so people know to yield. Right here. How about I become this truck? I'm now a truck, everyone. Very nice. What is this sign thinking? Does my happiness matter if there's no other road signs to know about it? I think it does. How about I become this fox? I don't know why he's in the middle of the city, but he's an adorable fox, so I'm gonna have to do it. Red fox. I can't get up the curb. How about over here? Oh, excuse me, car. Thank you. So, I am now a dumpster. The greatest object in the game, arguably. But I don't think we need to spend too much time being the greatest object in the game. That's okay. Look at all this stuff we can become. I can become this building. And I know what you're thinking. No, buildings can't move. Well, I'll have you know that they can. Just like this. They can also group up with other buildings and form a building gang. Look at us, the building gang, rolling down the street. I'm a convenience store, an office building, all this other stuff. Join our gang. Let's go. Look at all this. What is this thinking over here? Ah, you must be here to set an example for me on how not to live. Thanks, Matt. Well, that was snarky. I suppose it's true. You probably shouldn't go destroying things and running into everything. At this rate, I'm going to have the whole city. But I'm not going to spend too much time on that. And so what else is there? What's this? This is just another type of building, it seems. And there's that double bus just going crazy, trying to get through the city. And now it's starting to rain. I'm a Georgia gnome. Let's see. I can be an ambulance. I can form an ambulance gang. Oh, an ambulance and bus gang. Very nice. And a pink car, too. Just trying to get through this crazy city, where all the buildings have spontaneously moved. Interesting. Maybe I'll be an old gas station. Let's go. I'm being trampled on daily to the point where I hardly feel it anymore. Come on, stand on my head. I'll thank you for it. I might even kiss you. Well, you have a very interesting outlook on life. I think it was this thing. Whatever this is. There it is. It's a phone booth. Rolling around in the phone booth. Phone box. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up by seeing if I can ascend a bit more. And that'll be about it. So, let's see. Let's ascend. Now I'm this continent. Can I become a cloud, please? No? Rock continent, green continent, sand continent. I just want to be a cloud. Okay. Maybe I can't be a cloud. I'm sure there is a way, but I haven't figured it out yet. Well, with that, I think it's gonna be calling it a night. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.